All right, to you digital daredevils, hold on to your sombreros and strap in tight, because tonight the throttle is wide open and the good sense has been left back in the pit lane. Welcome everyone to round 6 of the Aussie Sim Racing Gen 3 Supercars Championship, coming to you live from the fiery asphalt of Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez in Mexico, a circuit so spicy that it should come with a 1 million Scoville units warning label. I tell you what, tonight these Gen 3 beasts will be wrestling through the stadium section like a herd of bulls that have just discovered espresso. Espresso? Oh goodness, shoot me. Espresso launching down the monstrous straight with engines howling like a mariachi band being electrocuted. Slipstreams, dive bombs, desperados. It's chaos con carne and we love every second of it here at Sensational TV. Don't you worry about that. I'll be guiding you through this fiery fiesta of fury, solo, unaccompanied, ladies and gentlemen. It's just myself, Chris Munro, in the commentary box without a wingman, like a lone maraca in a marching band. Up here in the commentary gondola, I'll tell you what, we're going to be bringing you every bump, every bash, every breathtaking bonsai move. Don't you worry about that, racing fans. The lights are about to go out and the madness is about to begin. We're here tonight with a 15-minute qualifying session, 60 minutes of racing coming up as well. 3.85 kilometres around this beautiful circuit. 19 degrees out there as well. 94% chance of precipitation. Is that correct? With a clear signal there on the old cloud thing. So that's interesting to say the least. But this championship is wide open. As I said, it is round 6. So let's have a quick squiz at the standings we got so far. Ryan Shelton out there in front with 449 points. Just behind him, Logan Howard. He's been on a bit of a charge lately as well. 437 points, not too far behind. 12 to be in fact. Stephen Varga is sitting in 3rd place after he had a bit of a I didn't say the best of rounds last time out. But Stuart Patterson there as well in 4th position. Greg Cook, the chef, in 5th with Kobe Marshall just behind him. Ethan Curran, Gray Ward, Jacob Matthew Smith, and Ash Rogers rounding out the top 10. Then we've got Wayne Rogers. We've got Juha Sorella in 12th. We've got Wade Georgeson behind him. Jade Andrews, Ben Mead, David Jansen, Jason Hutchins, Carl Brittingham. We got Brock Clark, Max Siberian, and Cliff Potter rounding out the top 21 tonight. There's a fair few drivers still out there in that standings, but we get to the top 21. You get the gist, ladies and gentlemen. We could go on forever out here. Tell you what, it is hot and steamy here in the commentary box, folks. Let me just chuck my air conditioning on. It's what do you call it? Humankind's triumph over Mother Nature. The old air conditioning. Get that into you, ladies and gentlemen. But it's time to go qualifying. You can see the cars out there on track at the moment. The first man on your circuit. Let's have a look. I think it might be Greg Cook, actually. Might be the first man around. He's about to go across the line. So let's ride on board with him for a lap of this beautiful circuit. It's a super long straight down here. You get up to about 260 k's an hour by the time you get on the anchors, and that's around about here. Feed it down into 2nd gear, swing it in, use that the stiffer front end around this joint, and then dive it in for turns 2 and 3. You really want to wind up and use up these curbs as well. They're quite flat on this circuit, so you can take the liberty, as well as the track limits are quite forgiving as well. So fires himself down the next straightaway into turn 4. So it's a long radius hairpin here as well. Maybe an overtaking position here, but now through the S's. And it's a complicated little rhythm section here. You've really got to be on your game. And you can see by the way that the chef is taking it this time, you can really get you can get a bit funky with the track limits. As long as you keep one wheel inside those white lines, you are good to go, ladies and gentlemen. And you can fire yourself out around turn 9. Now down into turn 11 here. It's a slow one into the stadium section for the first time tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Now this is a very slow corner indeed. Down all the way into 1st gear. Feed on the power gently, otherwise that Gen 3 will be looking the other way and spinning around for all sorts. This is a fun little turn. Chuck it in. Let the let the car load up on those outside tyres and then just feed in the throttle all the way down to the start-finish line, ladies and gentlemen. And that is a lap of the Mexican GP circuit. Greg Cook crosses the line there with a 1:32.590. Fairly quick to start out proceedings tonight. Who's going to be the next man across the line? It'll be David Duddle, who goes even faster, a 1:31.4. Wow, straight up there and not mucking about is the new man in the server tonight, Duddle. Or Duddle. You'll have to send me the pronunciation of that. I'll just try out a few different types of variations of your name tonight. If I get it right, then pat myself on the back. If I get it wrong, I'm used to that because I'm wrong most of the time. You can ask Mrs. Munro about that one. But Duddell doing a great job here at the moment. He was, well, actually, look at the championship leader just goes bang there with purple sectors all the way through there. A minute 30.975. Very quick indeed. It's a 15-minute open qualifying session tonight, folks, so they've got a little bit more time than they are used to in these Gen 3 supercars. We've seen in the... Whoa, look out, there's a car! Oh, no, it couldn't be avoided there. The Kubota Camaro just absolutely parked in the wrong spot there. Shelton has to go back to the drawing board, and he wouldn't be too happy about that. Logan Taylor, however, joining the party there in the Red Bull 888 Camaro, that's the way. Goes fourth with 1:32.3. There's still plenty of time out there on the circuit as well for these guys. It's a really fun circuit. I was out there having a little bit of a go today. You can, wow, geez, getting acquainted with the outside wall there was Taylor. Goodness me, you don't want to be doing that too often. These cars are fairly fragile when it comes to wall taps. You might find yourself having to go in and utilising your mechanics early in the piece. Get those guys sorted out. But up goes Kobe Marshall into... No, sorry, it was Morgan Allen. We've got a lot of new drivers here tonight, folks. Morgan Allen being one of them. We've got David Duddell as one of them as well. I don't know if we've seen Logan Taylor before. It's quite a few, actually, tonight. It's all happening down the... we've got Mitchell Sykes as well. I don't think we've seen him. Oh, just copying it from the chef. Tell you what, get out of my kitchen, bloke, he says. You're hogging the hot plate. Off you go into the wall. Gee whiz, the chef just caught there at 2K, giving old mate a bit of a hurry up there as well. Not great. Not great for the stream. Benny Mead goes up into 13th position with a 1:33.2. I was having a good little battle with him today on the practice server. Just waiting for Logan Howard to get around. He is right up there in the championship standings and certainly one of the speedy blokes, the speedy customers out there in this server. Oh, geez, big snap there as well. So that's not going to help him. He'll have to go around. I think he's on his outlap here at the moment anyway. So just warming up those tyres, perhaps a little bit warmer than he would have liked through that section. We'll come back to him. Let's see another new driver here, Craig Matthews. All black livery there as well, with some sort of writing on the side. It's very hard to make out. TSS? Who knows? But he's down there in... well, it hasn't set a time yet. So only 14 drivers still managing to set a valid lap here. Set a valid lap here at Mexican GP. This is a nice little section. It's going to be busy here on the first couple of laps, I'll tell you what. And it's very tight and very slow as well. So all it takes is a driver in front of you to brake just a few meters before you anticipate. You might go too wide through there. It's going to be tough because the turning circle on these things is not great. They already deal with a fair bit of understeer, so yeah, good luck to them trying to get through there too wide. That is for sure. Let's go up the order here. See if anyone's setting the timing towers alight. Not really. In these opening few laps, I guess it's the first go out for these guys, so they're just getting used to the cars, doing maybe a little bit more setup work just at the very end, just tweaking the front end just to get it to comply into some of these faster turns, especially through the S's there. A little bit of understeer and you find yourself off out into the bunda, and you get yourself a little slowdown penalty there as well, which is not good at all. So that'll be leaving yourself vulnerable to some of the cars coming up behind. Let's see Rob Tomei up here as well. He's sliding the car, all four wheels too, looking very dangerous at the moment. Is he on for anything here? Let's ride on board and see how he tacks it down into turn, or where are we? Turn 4. The long radius hairpin. Just hug the inside line. That seems to be the go, and that gives you the outside run and back onto the racing line for this little bit. Geez, that's very wide there on the exit. I don't know if that is counted as an invalid lap or what. I didn't push the track limits to the very extreme like it's being done now. Surely that's a track cut. There's no way that's legal being that far out. But we are in Mexico, folks, and you know, if you've ever been there, the rules don't apply, apparently. You can pretty much do whatever the hell you like. As long as the cartel's not involved, you're all sweet to go. Pay off the local policeman and you can do whatever the hell you want, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's already started with the rubbish coming out of my mouth tonight, folks. My name is Chris Munro. I'm in the box alone. So sorry to everyone out there. It's going to be a mono dulcetone affair tonight. Tried to reach far and wide out there to get a little buddy here in the commentary box. Couldn't find one, so friendless tonight. That's okay, because good friends are hard to come by these days anyway. But Rob Tomei crossing the line 131.5 on his last time around, going up to 4th position. Devon Stove, maybe a friend of the chef there, possibly co-workers. He's looking pretty good as well, up there off the 2nd row provisionally here in the number 14. It's a nice looking livery as well. Oh, just hopping across those curbs, using every bit of the suspension in that Mustang as well, getting it out there. Actually really like that livery. I like how it sits on the Mustang. Looks really nice. So he's about to cross the line here. Will it be an improvement? I don't think so. A 131.6, so 2/10 behind what he's capable of. But you'll see these guys just start to warm up, start to wind up as the chef comes past him at the moment for his hot push lap. Here he comes now. Let's see what the chef can do. He's passed the stove on track, and now he's looking towards the fridge and see if he can ice this, or the freezer perhaps, and see if he can ice this lap out to the very death. Down this little straight. What do they call it? The Recta Transera. Down into turn 4. Hopefully it's not the Rectum Transfera by any means for any of these drivers tonight. You don't want that, folks. Or maybe you do. I don't know. It's 2025, almost 2026. Anything goes these days, folks. Get in the chat. Let us know your kinks out there. Keep us all busy in the commentary box here tonight. But I'll tell you what, Greg Cook just hanging a fat there as well, 4-wheel drifting. It's really nice to see in these Gen 3 supercars, the body language of them. Just absolutely fantastic in this game. And I've spent a bit of time driving these things over the last couple of days, and they are absolutely a bucket of fun. Dead set. After coming from Assetto Corsa for most of my driving career, and the Gen 3 mod that's over there, this one absolutely shits on it. It's not a mod, it's it's a perfectly legal representation of these cars, all made under the supervision of Ford and Camaro Chevy. So they are a cracking load of kit. Very fun, very difficult. They got a fair bit of rear end grip, bit more than I thought. You just got to be patient with that throttle and expect a bit of understeer, but it's all about the trail braking as well. Get that string attached from your steering wheel to your braking foot. The more you turn the wheel, the less you want to be braking on the way into a turn. Ryan Shelton still sits out in front. 3 minutes to go, folks, or two, just coming up to 2 minutes to go here. He's about 3/10 clear of Rob Tomei. And where is he on the circuit now? Coming into the turn 11 of the stadium section, running it wide there. There's another car just in the way. That was, I think, Stove again, just trying to get around to heat up his tyres. Just needs to turn the gas up a little bit and push towards the line here as it's getting very busy in that section as well. You can see all the cars just lining up. That's, who is that? Jade Andrews there in the Kubota car. We saw that car parked across the track earlier, and Shelton just hammering the side of that one. Unfortunate indeed. Here's Williams. Here's Luke Williams here in the number 19 car. Down there in 18th position at the moment, a 134.3. I'll tell you what, you really need to be on top of your game now because there's a minute to go, folks. So most of these cars might not get around. I'll tell you what, Logan Howard's just gone 2 purples and pulled it into the pits. What's happened there? He must have invalidated the lap early and has decided that it's not going to happen for him this time. Pulls it in. He's off the second row provisionally. Someone may come out of the ashes and knock him off, though. Who's out there? David Duddle. Is he on a hot lap, though? It's hard to tell. I don't think he is. He's coming down into the turn 11 section. 30 seconds before we are kicking off, or at least finishing off this qualifying session. Yeah, Chaz Mostert in the real deal, getting the job done today. Beautiful to see. Beautiful to see the Red Bull cars eating a bit of humble pie. Cop that, you bastards. So up the Mozzie, up the Mustang as well. Good day to be a Supercars fan. That's Brendan 308 in the chat. Duddle crossing the line, a 131.4. So he's not going to improve. No one's going to improve here at the moment. It is pretty much it done and dusted here for qualifying. Ryan Shelton is your man off pole position. 2/10 clear. 3/10 clear of Rob Tomei, who in turn is 2/10 clear just about of Logan Howard. But I think Logan had a fair bit of pace in that last lap around. Just must have invalidated the lap and had to abort it. But he was clear purple in the first 2 sectors, so possibly on for pole position. Definitely pacey on his day, so only has 2 cars to look at in front of him there off the starting line. It'll be an absolutely cracking event. 60 minutes of racing action coming up tonight, folks. Going to be roughly 45 laps. So certainly looking forward to that. Let's see. There we go. Oh, that's what I want. Laps. Time, none. Okay, sorry, folks. Just doing a little bit of background work there as well. 45 laps coming at you. Get your predictions in the chat. Who is going to take the sombrero, the magical golden sombrero here, up for grabs in round 6 of the Aussie Sim Racing Gen 3 Supercars League. Oh boy. We've got over 30 cars in the grid as well. 31, 2, 3, 4, 5. 35 cars out there, folks. Holy moly. I am looking forward to that. It's going to be a busy and bustling little first lap too. Hopefully the boys can keep it all square and straight. And hopefully there's no rain about. 81% on the old precipitation prediction there. Oh no, it could be that that thing about 81% chance of a little bit of rain, or 1 mil or something. I don't know. It's weird how it works. But here's your results, folks, for qualifying. When they come up eventually. Here we go. Shelton off the front row with Tomei, Howard, Duddle, Stove, Marshall, Taylor, Cook, Allen, Howard, Smith, Mead, Patterson, Rogers, Ward, Connor, Andrews, Earl, Williams. Let's go to the grid because that looks cooler. There we go. Where were we up to? Williams, 18th. 19th. Craig Matthews outside of him. Ramjam Potter and Wade Georgeson off the 11th row. Mokolov and and Brodie Clark off the 12th. We got Hutchins, Charlton, Townend, Morrison, Summerall, Sykes, Phillips, Clegg, Terry, just with no last name. He's like Sher. He's like the New Zealand Sher. Get him out there. Yeehaw. Ethan Curran in 34th. Jeff Price and Stephen Varga at the very back, misqualifying. So he's going to have a very tough time coming from the back. But we've seen him in the past in the quantum bloody computer hacking car out there. He can absolutely do it. Humidity, says Ben Mead. All right, beautiful stuff. Praying for rain. That would be good. It would be tricky out there on a set of slick tyres. They do have wet options out there as well. But I'll tell you what, it'll be wet in the commentary box as well if we get a bit of that precipitation. But it's humid, 81%. Bit more humid here in the commentary box in Queensland. I'll tell you what, been absolutely disgusting up here the last few days, the last week even. Certainly no fun if you're an indoors creature such as myself. Shout out to all the indoors creatures out there. We're just waiting for the last couple of cars to join the grid, waiting on Duddle, waiting on Morgan Allen, waiting on Cook Maitland down there, Price and Varga as well, still yet to join the grid. Making us wait, folks. I like that, a little bit of anticipation, but we're going to have to go without them because the lights are up. Who's going to get the whole shot? It's a long race down to turn one. Let's go racing, folks. It is green, green, green here in the Mexican GP for the Gen 3 Supercars. What a start from Kobe Marshall. He's just absolutely flying through the pack there. He's got Cook on his outside. There's Logan in front of them. They're going to race down to turn one, and it is Ryan Shelton out there in front. But look at the cars come streaming through. That's Cook up the inside. Marshall just hunting for a spot down in the middle there. I don't think he's going to get it done. Ben Mead searching up the inside as well as they all just fly past these immovable tyre bundles as well. You see a couple of drivers going a bit wide there as well. Ash Rogers was one of those as they come down now for the first time into turn 4, and it's Chef up the inside of Kobe Marshall now. You can see him just getting that job done as well. Here's Rogers on the outside of Ben Mead. The Fanta car's back. Jacob Smith is out there looking sticky as ever. But who's that in front of him? It's Jay Connor, so he's just going to have to slot in behind them, and now through the S's. I think single file is the smartest way to go, folks. And we've had a casualty there. It's Gray Ward. He's gone back to the pits as well. Oh, that's no good for him. But back here, it's Jay Connor looking out the front window of him. He's got Ash Rogers in his sights. Ben Mead's up there as well. Cook and Marshall just battling it out as well. Marshall slinging it up the inside into the stadium section, but Cook will still have the inside run here for the very tight left-hander. Can he stick it fat? Can Marshall just shove it up the inside again? There goes Cook around the outside using every bit of the track and more, and slots himself back into 8th position. These two are not letting go of each other. Look at the grip there from Kobe Marshall. Gets it right up beside him on the final turn, and now they will travel down the very long front straight into turn 1, and it looks like Marshall has the advantage just in this particular moment. Let's go up the front because Mark Howard is there. He's got Patterson on his inside, and that is going to be the job done there from Patterson. Moving through, sorry, it's Howard there getting past two Howards. Goodness me, you've got Johnny and where's who knows? They're the two long lost love childs of John Howard here going at it. Presidential suite, possibly father and son, possibly brothers, who knows here. But I'll tell you what, if they are brothers, they're not going to give each other an inch out there on the circuit. You can see them now battling it out, and that is bringing Patterson and Logan Taylor into the conversation as well. It's a nice little three-way battle. As you can see, the top two have sort of checked out, and then Devon Stove is sitting about a second and a half back as well. There's a little gap forming there, but these two, I'll tell you what, Logan's just had the upper hand now and given Matt the chop through the S's down into turn 11. Let's go back here because Jay Connor is right up behind Ben Mead here at the moment. Mead looking nicely down there into turn 11. Jay Connor just letting him go, just yielding just a little bit there, and managing to slot in single file one by one. Dudsy's lost his connection. Oh no, that must be Duddle. He's down there, he's in the pit. No, he's gone out of the server completely. That's tragedy, mate. That's your first race in this league, I assume. I don't think I remember seeing your name out there last time, so not what you want in your first time out. But look at this. Kobe Marshall down there has made his way up behind Logan Taylor now once he's cleared Cook, and eyes forward only for the Marshall Motorsports man. Look at him go. Let's ride on board with him, actually, because we can see that Red Bull Camaro out the front window there. Very close to the outside wall is Marshall, and he's got pace in it, showing the nose to Logan Taylor as well, saying, hey, mate, if you haven't noticed, I have come out of nowhere, and I'm already right up underneath your rear wing, so you better keep one eye forward and one eye backwards if you can. If you're the bloke from what is it, Steve Buscemi in one of those bloody movies. He's in the old googly eyes, one to the front and one to the back. Good stuff. Oh, geez, very close to those tyre bundles, and what a run out of that turn there, down to turn 10, right up under the inside there of Logan. Gets on the brakes and slides it up through turn 11. Beautiful overtake there. Can Logan Taylor sling it up the inside of the next one? He cannot. He's not quite close enough, but he can just start to get his head down, screwed back on, and just try to slap onto the back here, because I'll tell you what, he's hit another couple of cars battling between Howard and Patterson. So Marshall's going to have his hands full trying to get past both of those guys, unless they sort of give him a little free kick as well. You never know. Sometimes you got a couple of cars just battling it out in front of you, and they do the job for you, basically. Take each other out and you just slide on through. But I think at the caliber of driver we've got at the pointy end of this field, you're asking probably a bridge too far there for people to take each other out. It's all about forcing the overtake and maybe setting it up a few corners in advance. Tell you what, just getting the drive out of the stadium section, being right there and using a bit of the Mexican suck down that big ass long front straight, probably your best friend there as well, because we've seen how good Marshall is on that exit too. We saw him absolutely chop Greg Cook out of that section in the first couple of laps. So he is right there now. Look, giving Patterson absolute hell. You can see out the back door there of Patterson's machine. All you can see is Kobe Marshall's front splitter. Here he goes now down into turn 11 again. It's a really popular overtaking spot here tonight, folks. He's going to make him go around the hard way here, but he just gets alongside, has enough of an overlap, and just through he goes. Taylor was trying to take advantage of that hole that was opened up for him in front of him as well, but could not quite get there. And now Marshall's released, and look at that, already put half a second on him. Absolutely fantastic driving there from him. So we'll chime in with, we'll be on Marshall watch for the time being. We'll see how we go. Thank you for the subscribe as well, David. That is very nice to see. All of those things help bring you the best sim racing coverage that we can give you, ladies and gentlemen out there. So give the video a like if you like it. Even if you don't, just pretend. I don't care. Like, I'm not going to judge you if you don't like it. Just hit the thing and be on your way. But back to the racing. And there's plenty of it here. Ramjam Potter right up behind Jacob Phillips here. There's a car off. That's Luke Williams. And now, look, they're side by side. Beautiful racing here. Let's get the top view, because the Mitre 10 car of Brock Clark has chimed in too. And they are going hell for leather now up the back straight. And it's Luke Williams with the advantage. Oh, sorry, it's Potter with the advantage for the time being. Here comes Phillips up the inside of Brock Clark, going very wide indeed. And that will lose him the position, and possibly another one, because Craig Matthews is now poised to strike on the old Mitre 10 machine. He's got the 10% off discount there at Mitre 10, and he's going over to the Bunnings warehouse because they are the lowest prices guaranteed, apparently. Although he's just given up the ghost there through that back little section. We'll have the slingshot and possibly better closing speed into turn 11, but still a bit too far away to make a move, make a maneuver. Look at this. Marshall on the back of Howard now. Oh, looking very racy indeed. Look at him out the back window. He's on an absolute charge again. He gets in these moods sometimes, folks. I've called Kobe Marshall now in quite a few races, and I'll tell you what, some days he's just I was going to swear then. Some days he is bloody up for it, and today is one of them. He is moving forward like an absolute machine here. Goes defensive early, cuts off that route, and says, Matt Howard, you're going to have to work a little bit harder than that, mate, if you want to get around me. Two nice red and black liveries as well. Beautiful colour schemes. Now into the tight section here through the S's. Careful not to hit those tyre bundles. Oh, little big old slide there from Kobe Marshall. Arse end waggling like a duck there as well. Down here, though, Connor up the inside there. Ben Mead in front, just losing it a little bit wide there. Now they go too wide. This is great racing here from Ben Mead, just holding them all at bay. You can see them all lining up. Oh, that might be just a bit too wide there from Mead, because here comes Connor now. They are side by side. Fraser Clegg's getting involved there in the in that one, the Armour All livery. We saw him in the practice server absolutely flying as well, so maybe missed out on qualifying, has come in late, and now he's found himself right in the thick of it. Look at that, Mead just bustling Jay Connor out of the way. It says, mate, thank you. And now the train just lining up on the inside there. Poor old Jay Connor just copped the worst of it there, but he will fight on because there's a nice angry little battle pack here. Ben Mead is sitting at the front. You can see Fraser out the back window there, and look at Jay Connor just peeling out of the slipstream early, showing the nose, and he's pretty much dialed in and says, you know what, I've put the stamp on it, and here we go. I'm going to send it up the inside. Oh, Fraser has to give him room because what a great braking manoeuvre there from Jay Connor. Might have been able to just stay in the slipstream a little bit longer and possibly could have got that job done, but sat out there wide, no cover, pushing the breeze all the way down into turn one. But they go racing once more, and now Ash Rogers just out-braking himself. He's going to find himself in the green stuff. It's a bit slippery out there. Here comes Jacob Smith to take that position off him as well. Can he do it? Whoa, slides around the inside, gives him plenty of room. Beautiful stuff there, but here we go. The battle's on. Ben Mead, Swiggy, has got his hands full completely here. Look at that. Fraser just up the inside through that little section. Timed it well, took an outside line and cut back on the inside. Now just has all the braking room to go down into turn 11. Gets that job done. Covers off the inside run there, so Mead can't fire it back at him through the stadium section. They go. Oh, maybe a little bit of contact there. I'm not too sure. Possibly just a little bit happening. Maybe it's just the cars bouncing around over those sausage curbs. They do, they're very good at taking curbs, these cars, I tell you what. But let's go back here because the battling's on. Ethan Curran and Jason Hutchins side by side. Here's Ethan. He's got the inside run now. The next turn is a left-hander. Into the stadium they go. I wonder if the chopper has a vantage point through here. It might have a bit of a crash. I don't know. Here goes Curran through the inside. Gets that job done. Up into 23rd. Jay Connor's teleported back to pits. So something's happened there. What's happened? Looking in the replay. No, he's just entered the pit lane. He's come in for his pit stop early. Here he comes now. Just a big slide. And in he comes. So that's your first pit stop taker. Very early in the piece, mind you. Lap 8 of 45, and we've got our first pit stop happening here. Here comes Fraser up the inside. Whoa, Patterson just wanted to shut the door on him, and you can see Fraser Clegg just doing the same as what he did last lap. And could not quite get the job done. And look at this, around the outside, or up the inside, should I say, Ben Mead just shooting it through. This is beautiful racing here. They're going side by side now. Mead has the advantage. Clegg just looking up the for the switchback here. There's a little bit of an overlap. Has to get out of it too. Oh, he's going to send it around the outside. No, he's looking for that late apex. The slingshot maneuver up the inside. That's a beautiful run there too, because he will have the inside for turn one if he can stick it fat. Maybe a little bit of side drafting down this big old long straight. No, he has to slot back in behind Swiggy. Now just towing him down the straight is Ben Mead, and he will pull out now in the Armour All car, gets the polish out, and will give him a little bit of a touch-up on the way through. Oh, what about Patterson? Just firing it out late, taking Ben Mead by surprise too. Didn't see that coming, neither did I. And he goes up there into 10th position, P10. This is a beautiful little battle here, and very, very wide up against the fence was Fraser Clegg. Beautiful stuff there. He's on a charge. He's up 23 position, mind you, folks. So I think once he gets into a bit of clear air, we'll see him really start to put in the afterburners. And can he catch up to the rest of the lads up there? We'll find out. But there we go. He's clear of them now. He managed to unblock that pressure valve that was Ben Mead and Patterson, giving him plenty. But now Ben Mead's got his hands full because Stuart Patterson, very fast driver on his day, he's changed his livery tonight, folks. Let's see if that's not loading up. Anyway, he's changed his livery tonight, folks, in the white and pink colours tonight. Usually in the, I think it was the black and pink. So an alternate livery there happening. Battle's on for the lead, though. I've just been napping here, and Shelton now has his hands full with Logan Howard right behind him, 3/10, and Rob Tomei too. So this is a three-way car battle here for the lead, folks. Tune in, see what's going to happen here. Ryan Shelton has given up the ghost over the last couple of laps. And Logan Howard, really pacey. So Ryan Shelton last time around was a 1:33.4. 6/10 quicker was Logan Howard on his last time around as well, with Rob Tomei sitting there a little bit quicker than Shelton as well. So Shelton now just needs to maybe just focus on apexes and exits here to try and stick it to Logan Howard behind him. You don't want to give him too much of a sniff either, because he doesn't need half a sniff or half an invitation. Look at how wide they get through that section. I had no idea you could go out that far. Would have got me a few tenths in the overall department. I was in the 33s, but not bad, considering I haven't played iRacing in a very long time. Oh, Patterson! Oh, very close to the rear quarter panel there, Ben Mead. Would have been shitting bricks seeing that car coming very close at a rate of knots. Beautiful stuff there indeed. Let's go up the front though, because Shelton still as battling off Logan Howard. He's gone the old Formula 3 style weave down the front straight, try and break the toe. It's a smart idea because it's a very long straight, and that will save you maybe a tenth or two in the old suckage department. Coming up on some lap traffic as well, so this could either play into Ryan Shelton's hands or into Howard's and Tomei's, depending on what's happening. Devon Stove has just turned on the gas as well, and he is pulling into the pits. A few drivers making a pit stop here. Mind you, there's a couple that have made two. There's Jay Connor, Cook Maitland, Wade Georgeson, all taking two pit stops already in 11 laps. That's not a good sign, folks. I don't know how long a tank of fuel will get you, but I don't know if you possibly need to take two pit stops. And even if you did this early, are you going to get to the end? I don't know. You're going to have to pit again, I assume. But, look, not every race is equal. Some races do not go to plan. But, you can see Ryan Shelton really pushing the limits here in that Mustang. Doing a great job. Keeping Logan Howard honest here as well. Logan caught up fairly quickly. I think possibly just a couple of compounding mistakes. Maybe overheated tyres there in the Mustang. Look at the exit though from Logan Howard. Closing in now. Sitting on the back. Getting a bit of that slipstream down the front straight. Certainly what you need in such a long thing. And look, Shelton's already got the headlights ablaze because there's a car moving slowly down there into turn 1 braking zone. Gets out of the way beautifully. That's how you do it. All you folks playing at home, you want to be a respectful blue flag racer. Whoa, sparks that fly as Shelton scraping up against the wall on the exit. Oh, beautiful stuff. As I said though, these cars are quite fragile. You don't want to be doing that too often, but I tell you what, a few sparks on the broadcast look brilliant. heads up to my co-commentator Zach O'Reilly as well, in sitting at home in all sorts of pain. Dr. Munro reckons it's appendicitis or something. It seems like a sharp shooting pain going up the torso of my co-commentator Zach O'Reilly. So any doctors in the chat, tell us what it could be. Do we have to start writing the eulogy now or what? I don't know. Here goes Brock Clark up the inside of Mokolov. Gets the job done. Ethan Curran there just looking to take advantage of, well, I think Mokolov just not using all the track limits available to him, where you can see all the other cars around him doing that, indeed. Let's go up here because it's Mead and Patterson on again. Patterson's found a way through there and now just shuts the door and just parks it on the apex. That's a beautiful overtake there and great consolidation as well. Let's see how that came about, folks, because that was really nicely done indeed. Where is it? It didn't even show up. Folks, I've really got to get better at using this software. Luke Williams has crashed. Let's go and have a look at that then. What's happened here? He's a blue flagger getting out of the way. He's got Kobe Marshall coming up behind. This isn't good. Oh, just slapping the tyre barrier and slapping the wall. Did he just... That was strange. Did he lose his front splitter and then regain the front splitter and then lose it again? That's very odd behaviour there from the sim, but is Leverage Watkins now right up behind, who's that? Craig Matthews. Look at that beautiful run here as well. Pulls up alongside. All he has to do is spot his braking marker, get to the apex first, and he will have this job done. Beautifully done, actually, giving maybe too much room there because Craig Matthews is able to fire it back around the outside and retakes that 15th position. Thank you very much, he says. Try again next time, perhaps. Battle for the leads on again as they go down the main straight. You can see Shelton just weaving and waggling, trying to break the toe behind him. Logan Howard knows that he doesn't have to force an overtake just yet. They've dropped to May by about a second as well behind them. So it's not panic stations yet for Howard needing to get past Shelton. He can probably just sit there 3-4 tenths behind and just wait for the mistake. There's still 31 laps to go in this race. Quite some time. So it doesn't have to get it done, and even could start thinking about some sort of pit strategy here, an undercut and or over. Save up those tyres. Don't use them all up. Don't overheat them. Maybe get done in the pit lane. But as I said, very sweaty up the pointy end of this league. So you're not going to come into any like easy overtakes. You're really going to have to set them up. And I think around here with the speedy customers, you just got to be right up under the rear wing when it comes to one of the longer straights. So braking down there into turn 11, as we saw there. We've seen plenty of overtakes there tonight. Down into turn 1, obviously. Turn 4 as well. But you can see him just holding him at bay here. Logan Howard. You can see Ryan Shelton out there as well. Let's go on a ride of Howard's car here. We're going to turn the game sound up, ladies and gentlemen, so we can get a feel for that V8 as he closes in on the back of Ryan Shelton. I'm going to rest my voice at the one third mark of this race. we're back in the action here, folks. Oh, we're coming up on a bunch of blue flags, and wowee, Shelton looking very perturbed by all the action around him, and Howard could have just had a go there up the inside into turn 11, but there was just too much traffic around as these two guys coming through the field now at the moment. Probably a nice time to take a pit stop, perhaps, if either of these guys are that way inclined. But I tell you what, Howard is as close as he's been here now on the exit of turn 15. You can see Shelton just doing whatever he can to break that toe at the moment. I don't know if it's going to be able to, if he's going to be able to hold him off for too much longer here, especially with all these cars coming up in the old blue flag territory. Here he goes down into turn 1. Shelton doing a fantastic job out in front here at the moment. Logan Howard chasing him for the last 5 or 6 laps, right up underneath the rear wing. Let's go back here because it's Cook, Flegg, and Taylor as well. Oh, there goes Chef up the inside. Here comes Howard looking up the up for a switchback. Couldn't quite get it there as well. Fraser Clegg sitting on the back of these three it is, and he's up 25 positions now. Wowee, what a start from him. Started in 32nd position. Wow. A little bit of an oversteer moment there as well into turn 4, and we've got Chef and Howard side by side through the S's now. This is only going to end one way. You'll get a little bit of oversteer, a bit of understeer as well. Look at the wowee. That is awesome stuff there from Clegg, just staying in touch with those two going side by side, and poor old Howard just could not hit it with them there as he was offline in the dirty stuff there on the track as well. Not quite as much grip in that area of the circuit. Could not hold off a fast finishing Fraser Clegg. Tell you what, can he make it up into the podium positions tonight? It's going to be an interesting affair. We're not even halfway through this race yet. So we're going to see what he can do. He's got a very good exit now, pressuring Cook down into turn 1. It's on here, folks. The battle for P5 now knocking on the door. The gap is only 1.5 tenths now coming in. Will he show the nose? He does. Keeps those mirrors full of a bright orange Armour All car and just slides up under brakes. Beautifully done. Chef sees him coming, gives him just enough room, slots back in underneath the rear wing, and they go racing again. But I tell you what, Clegg is on fire tonight. His best lap is 32.08. It's a full second quicker than Greg Cook's fastest lap as well. So possibly might not be able to stay in touch with him tonight, because that Mustang is looking very quick indeed. Down here we've got Patterson and Mead. And who else is chiming in there as well? Oh, that's a blue flag car. Just absolutely sideswipe. What the hell happened there? That is... let's see if we can go back just a little bit. All right, and we're back into it now, and it's just, I'll tell you what, it's the monster Mustang there, and clipped a bit of grass in the braking zone and lost the rear end. Gave Ben Mead a side swipe. He would not be happy about that. Can seem like some of these things are nefarious at the time, but through the beauty of technology and replays, we can go back and have a look at all the good stuff and all the action. Brendan 308 says, you're going to need a solid beverage after this solo comm effort, mate. Yes, might not even wait to the end. I'll tell you what, when it comes up to lap 30, that'll be another time where we can just turn the engines up and listen to the roar of the V8s around this beautiful track. It's actually a really fun track to drive on. Saw a couple of the drivers in the chat this week complaining about the track. Absolute weak as piss. Doesn't matter what track. You could put Rainbow Road out there, and a good driver doesn't complain. They just get on with it and get the practice in and just get better. That's all it comes down to, folks. If you're whinging about a track choice, and the issue isn't the track, I'll give you the hot tip. But that's one for the stewards, folks. Here, the battle is on for the lead. Ryan Shelton still. Logan Howard still. P1, P2. coming around the 18th time in the stadium section out onto the big old straight here. It's the Rector Principale. You don't want to be taking... I've made this joke already, but you don't want to be taking it in the Rectum Principale in the braking zone of turn 1. That's for sure. We haven't actually seen that either tonight. No Punterinos in the heavy braking zone yet. Knocking on the wood. Hopefully we don't see any, as the cars are now quite spread out. This is the closest battle on track, folks. Two and a half tenths the difference. Oh, the little mistake there from Shelton, and now that has given a plenty of encouragement here to Logan Howard. Oh, you can see Shelton just skipping across the curbing there as well, not looking quite as comfortable as he did a couple of laps ago. Howard showing the nose down into turn 4. You can get away with that because it's such a long radius turn. You can just slide it up the inside and really not lose any ground. This is a big opportunity here for Logan Howard, because we've got, I think that's Max Mokoloff there in front of them going slowly. Oh no, there's carnage. He's been hit there by the leader as well, going way too slow through the S's. That caught Shelton by surprise, and now it's going to be a race down into turn 11. Who can take the lead of this race? Shelton with a bit of damage there on the front end of that Mustang too. That's going to hurt him on the long straights. Aero damage big time there as well, possibly steering, but now they're going to filter through more of these lap traffic cars, and I'll tell you what, Logan Howard will be absolutely poised to strike at the end of the straight. Here they come now. Look at this. Logan Howard just getting a beautiful run here. You can see he's very close indeed. Shelton trying to get a bit of a suck there from that Mustang moving slowly, and Logan Howard takes full advantage and says, I'll have the suck, mate. If you're not going to have all of it, I'll have a bit of sloppy seconds, perhaps. Down now into turn 1. Shelton still holding on. Beautiful stuff there, despite the damage on the front end of that thing. He's still managing to hold on. Absolutely beautiful stuff. We've got Brendan in the chat says this track is not as slippery as a Hockenheim from Wednesday Cup, so that's a positive already. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the track grip is more consistent, I find, in iRacing anyway. Just with Assetto Corsa, you've got homemade mods basically, and there's no policing as to what you set the surfaces and the grip levels at. So some are better than others. Some are different than others, and it's basically a lucky dip sometimes with what you get in terms of modding. There's a really good Sepang track mod, which is a cracking circuit, and one season there we went to run it, and I've done the track testing. I've gone on there and done a few laps. The track feels great. It looks fantastic on in the game. And then I go up into the commentary box, and the broadcast cameras are all set behind the grandstands. So you could not see an absolute thing. It was just from every camera angle you went to, it was behind a grandstand. So yeah, go figure. Thanks AC for that kind of thing. That's what I love about iRacing as well. It's just always spot on. Everything works all the time, and the track cameras are always really, really good. Makes my job as a broadcaster very easy. Down here, the stove, though, he's turned it up to 11. The gas is on high, and he gets around Ash Rogers there, and I don't think Rogers really looked like he was putting up much of a fight there either. Stove on the comeback trail. Started in, Started in 6th position. Or started in 5th position, P5. He's served his pit stop, and he's on the comeback now. Matt Howard was the other one who was racing around the same position as him. But now, look at this. Stove's just going to absolutely go past him there. The undercut maneuver has worked, and Matt Howard still just moving now in the pit lane. So he has dropped down a couple in the grand scheme of things. Logan Taylor as well has served his pit stop, or at least one of them. I think we might see a double pit strategy perhaps, but actually no, I think it'll just be one for the most part. Devon Stove pitting now on lap 21. If he has enough fuel, maybe fuel save for that extra 3 laps. We're almost at halfway point now. Up here though, Shelton still in the lead of this race. Beautiful driving here from him. Defensive to the max. Rob Tomei doing the good stuff. Campbell White, subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much Campbell, and welcome aboard, mate. This is the Aussie Sim Racing Gen 3 Championship here at the moment. You are watching 22 laps through. 2 for 22. Almost halfway through this race, and the action's still on. They're still battling it out here in the lead of this race. It's fantastic stuff. Logan Howard just sitting there, I think just being patient here at this point. I don't think he needs to really push too hard. He's not losing positions, or he's not losing time, so to speak, to any of his rivals out there. I think the only rival he's got to deal with here is Ryan Shelton. And I'll tell you what though. If this guy started up a little bit further up the grid, he would be right up there battling with those two guys at the front as well. Fraser Clegg currently is up 27 positions, folks, and he's earned every single one of those overtakes on track. Has not pitted yet, so there's no, strategical genius. No strategical genius there. Just balls to the wall overtakes and beautiful driving. It was a great save on the F-bomb, Brendan. Been doing this for a while here. Oh, what's happened here? Ryan Shelton off the circuit. We're going to have to go back, folks. We're going to have to see what happened there. You're going down. Oh, okay. Maybe a little bit of a touch there. Let's go back. We missed the start of that happenings. Was there a touch? No, it's just a compression lock there from Shelton. You can see... yeah, just locked him up on the rears, right out wide, and that lets Logan Howard through. Ladies and gentlemen, those tyres probably pretty shagged there on the Shelton Mobile, and we'll see him peel into the pits now as well. Where are we? Are we going to see it? Yes, there we go. Let's get back to live, folks, because now Howard has been unleashed, and he's on the flash already to the cars coming up in front, and you can see almost a little waggle there on the entry to turn 4 as well for Logan Howard. It's all about the overcut now for him. He does have the advantage, though. He was in front by the time that Shelton did come into the pit, so I think all Howard really has to do now is run a nice clean in-lap here. Doesn't have to push too hard, and hit his marks on the way into the pit lane and cover him off. Come in now, Howard, and cover off Ryan Shelton, and you'll come out of the pits P5, and it will be battling continues, and whoever's got the most pace, because Shelton now has come out on a brand new set of tyres. And if you've driven this mod before, folks, the most grip comes as soon as you come out of the pit. So, oh no, he's opted to go around again, Logan Howard. That might be a mistake, folks, because 2 laps on new tyres will be enough for Shelton to get possibly back past Logan Howard in the time stakes. So we'll see what happens there when they do come back in finally. Surely in this lap or the next. Or he's just hoping for a little bit of a tyre offset at the end, but it's really not that much. You lose a little bit per lap in these tyres, but you do have the most grip on your first and second lap. So see how Shelton's going here. Flying at the moment, having to deal with a little bit of traffic too. So we're going to see what this lap is here for his his first out lap. His last time around, a 147. So we'll see. 154. We'll see what happens when Logan comes into the pit lane. Surely on the next couple of laps. And Tomei, they said he's up. Well, he started P2 and he's at P2 at the moment. Probably time he jumps into the pits too, I'd say. Get that, strap those new boots on, and possibly go for another little undercut on Logan Howard there in front. They're going side by side down the back here. That's Smith and Leverage Watkins there. Watkins just going deep and letting Smith straight through there into turn 11 through the stadium section. So his car just blends in with the off circuit orange there as well. Do love a nice orange flavour. As you can see in the timing tower, folks, I've made our highlighted driver colour orange. Partly because it corresponds with one of our naming sponsors here at Sensational TV's speednation.co.nz for all your sim racing goods there in New Zealand. You can get 10% off, actually, if you're in the you know, if you're in the market for some sim gear or some flight sim gear as well, go and check out speednation.co.new Zealand or nz.co.nz. And Sensational is your promo code, and you'll get 10% off all full price items that are in your cart. So go and take advantage of those guys. Great bunch of blokes as well. The racing's on, but Matt Howard out of the pits. Ash Rogers just deciding to get back in, or go into the pits, should I say. Serving his pit stop. The top three still yet to come in. Fraser Clegg's up 30 positions. A couple of those have been by the way of people pitting. Another orange car too, so a nice little orange theme. Little flavour here tonight. Love it. Just waiting to see what the leader does here. Does he pull in now? It looks to be... Goes around. One more time. Ooh. Daft Punk style. Getting the suck there from Mokolov. Mokolov just moving out of the way. So Howard's going around again. He's pretty happy with the pace that he's setting. 1:32.8 was his last time around. Ryan Shelton, though, a 1:31.6, so a full second, or 1.2 seconds quicker. Like I said, folks, he's just scraping his way back into the lead of this race here as well. With each lap that Logan Howard stays out there, it's giving the lead back to this man here, the championship leader, Ryan Shelton. This is why, folks, this is why he's in the lead of this championship. Smart decisions there in the old strategical department. Fastest on track at the moment, 1:31.6. Everyone in front of him at least a second slower. So he'll be right back in the mix here as well. Fraser Clegg even. Well, he's the quickest of the blokes that are still on those old set of tyres. A 1:32.4 was his last time around. Let's see how Kobe Marshall's doing. His last time around, he's coming through to serve his pit stop as well, sitting there in 7th position. After all the pits come through, it should be... Oh, it's going to be close, but I think the top three will still probably be in front of him in terms of track position. One of those circuits, though, it's not easy to overtake, but it's not completely impossible as well. We're at... where were we last week? Was it Sonoma? Sonoma last week. Very difficult to find an overtake there. Cracking circuit, though, as well. That was sensational round, folks. I got to choose that track. One of my favourites. It's, you know, underutilised as well in the sim world, I find, Sonoma Raceway. Good fun going racing there. But I do enjoy circuits that are hard to overtake because that just produces the best racing. You get nose to tail pretty much all the way through. Here comes Cookie now in the top three. Coming through the pit lane to service his tyres. Get the juice filled up all the way to the end. See where he comes out, folks. I think he would come out just in front of Kobe Marshall, perhaps. See where Marshall is. Oh, no, he's going to come out behind Marshall. Actually, Marshall getting out on the new set of tyres. Actually, he was in front of him before that. Excuse me, folks. If you've never broadcasted a race and commentated at the same time, solo, it's an absolute mammoth effort. Patting myself on the back. Concentration levels at an all-time high. Here comes Howard now around the... Where is he? Stadium section. Let's see if he pulls it in this time. Yeah, I do love that livery as well, Brendan. I reckon that is... it's up there in my top 5 favourites. Certainly is. I like a bit of fluoro as well. Where is he out there on the circuit? Trying to find him. Ash Rogers, here he is. Yeah, beautiful livery indeed. Time for a sip. I'm going to have to go and crack a bottle open, so you'll have to excuse me for a second. But I'll wait until lap 30 because that is 2/3 through the race. Oh, here we go. There's a swap for position here. Kobe Marshall around the outside here. Stuart Patterson firing it around. Couldn't hold on. Patterson still yet to pit, so he's on those old set of tyres. It's probably time for Banjo to pull it in to the pits. Change the strings on that thing. Doesn't do it. I tell you what, no one's doing it. Howard's still going. Fraser Clegg's listened. He's pulled in. He's got the new boots on, ready to go. And he will come out of the pits for his one last push at the podium. Can he get there, folks? It's a long way, still a long way to go, really. Still over a third of the race to go. But the gaps are now a little bit further in front of him. We've got 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 1 second between these two. Then 9 seconds up the road to Rob Tomei, who's had a fairly lonely race, really. He's just been out there smoking his pipe this whole time. Doesn't really, nothing really phases him here. Clegg's come out of the pits and he's got his hands full straight away with Matt Howard. But I don't think it'll be too much of an issue there for Clegg. We've seen him one of the quickest guys on the circuit. And with those new tyres on, he will just be walking away there. Craig David style. I'm walking away. Welcome to Sensational's Got Talent tonight. Hey? Get your what do you call them? Get your requests in. If I know them, I'll sing them. If not, you can go and get stuffed. Oh, we have fun out here, folks. This is great racing. I love the Gen 3 Supercars here in this platform. It's just an outrageously fun time for everyone. This battle's out now. It's starting to happen. It's usually, oh, what? He's just going to plow into the back of him and gets what he deserves, really. Honestly, that is poor stuff from Cook Maitland. Saw that there was a car in front and just kept on going. Very strange indeed. Let's ride on board. Here he is now. There's a car travelling slowly. And where's he expect the car to go instead of just, yeah, very strange stuff there from Cook Maitland. The other car getting away with it. Thriller. I was about to sing Billie Jean. Thriller night. They don't even know the words to that. Anyway, enough of that, folks. That's you can tell. Better commentator than I am a singer. Zach O'Reilly will argue that point, though, if he's watching from his deathbed. Zach O'Reilly, hopefully he gets better and can join us on Tuesday night for the next time we go racing here at Aussie Sim Racing for the GT3 Challenge at the Bend. That's going to be a good one. Look at this. Greg Cook doing his best to hold off Fraser Clegg here at the moment, but will it be a bridge too far and a beetle too stung? Is that even a saying? I'm going to start making up sayings here in the commentary box as well, but all over the back of him here, the chef really needs to start beating those eggs, get the omelette flowing here. So he can chuck it out the back window onto the windscreen of Fraser Clegg's car just to cover him up at the moment. I tell you what, he is a quick customer indeed. We're going to be looking forward to seeing him racing next week if he can get there in time for qualifying. He was saying in the chat that he was just going to turn up for practice and then not get involved in the race, but obviously the temptation was too much. As it can be, folks. The race session's there. You're ready to go. You're out there on practice. He was the quickest in practice, mind you. And that was probably just the carrot being dangled. And here he goes again one more time. I just don't know here. I think Logan Howard has pretty much thrown this victory away. He's still slower on each lap than Shelton. By the time he pits, he's going to be behind Rob Tomei. He's going to come out in P3, I think. So there you go. If you're watching this back, Logan Howard waited too long for that pit stop, my bro. Unless he's confident on those new tyres at the end, perhaps, that he will be able to make up the pace. But I mean, like even I suppose Stuart Patterson's still out there on an old set. He's doing 134s though. Not quite having the pace of the top three here tonight. Time to get him in. I mean, you're doing 134 on your last lap. It's just, I think you're just bringing your average time down, aren't you? But can't all be strategical geniuses, folks. Oh, there's a off the track there goes Matthews. That gives Liam Earl a free kick there up into 20th position. Oh, but he's going to fight it up the inside. Why not? They're battling hard down here, folks. And usually what happens with the little calm beneath the storm is that see, I don't want to take a break until Logan Howard comes into the pits because I want to see where he comes out. But is he just going to go around one more time? He is. All right, folks, let's ride on board. Listen to the dulcet tones of that Camaro V8 underneath as we go on a lap of Autodromo Rodriguez, Hermanos Rodriguez. Perfect timing, folks. Now we get to see where he comes out in this in this battle with Ryan Shelton. Shelton's been out there for the last 10 laps almost, doing faster laps than Logan Howard. So we're just going to see what happens here because Howard just pulling in to a stop now. Where's Shelton coming around the final turn? This could be all she wrote here for the lead of this race. You can see him now onto the main straight. Almost. You can see him in the background. Can we? No. Oh, Logan's moving though. Oh, it's going to be a feisty little battle indeed. Where's Howard? Just pulling out of the pit lane now and will lose the lead of this race, but he's very much closer than I thought, where I thought he was going to be. He's going to swerve all over the track there, warm up those tyres, and then go for one last final push in the last, 12 laps here to try and catch up to Ryan Shelton in that damaged Mustang as well. Don't forget, folks, he actually absolutely slammed into the back of one of the back markers going through the S's there. Managed to recover, but he's still suffering a bit of that damage on the front of that thing, and that's going to be hurting his aero. It's going to be hurting his lap times as well. But now he knows that Logan Howard is out there on a fresh set of boots, and he's going to be coming for him like the Godzilla. Absolutely. Oh, there we go, folks. Whose idea was it to put actual corks in the tops of red cordial bottles? Why aren't they all just twist tops these days? Dead set in the fair income department. But I'm excited for the GP later on tonight. They've, I think Mark Webber's gone in there into Zach Brown's office over the last couple of GPs and said, you know what, mate? I'm going to absolutely just headbutt you if you don't put Oscar's car back to how it was. Now they have. Now it's on. And it's on here as well. The stove is pushing the heat right up to the limit here. Top flames here with Fraser Clegg behind. But look at Clegg, just which way he goes, this way, that way. And he's just looking for a way past. He's been on fire tonight and really efficient in the overtakes as well. Just manages to set them up. Manages to, wow, what about the weaving there from the stove? He's got the flame right up to the top. You cannot get the gas pumping through that thing any faster. But tell you what, who is the faster one? It's Fraser Clegg, just still, after all that weaving, manages to just get on the anchors last, down there into the apex. Ooh, almost a little bit of contact there from the stove as well. He can feel the heat from behind, does Fraser Clegg, but that's not going to worry him, because now he just starts to Craig David walk away down the straight as well. Beautiful driving there from Fraser Clegg, up 27 positions total. He's got 9 seconds up the road to this man, Kobe Marshall, so I don't know if we will get to see the battle of those two protagonists in this episode, folks, but stay tuned, because next week there is more of this to come at a Aussie favourite track of not only mine, but I know my co-commentator Zach O'Reilly loves Phillip Island. It's where we are racing next week, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to be here. What a shame. I'm out. I'm down in Sydney for a wedding on the 7th, so I will not be present for that one. You'll get Zach and whoever he can muster up into the commentary box. Lolly Ollie says, Lolly Ollie 69, mind you. Sorry, mate, I forgot the 69 on the first run. Loving the stove punts. I mean, it's easy to do out there, and Zach O'Reilly will be spewing that he missed out on this round, because when you get a name like Stove, the possibilities are endless. Certainly in racing. I mean, the heat's always on high. Fantastic stuff. Here goes Ben Mead, though. Stuart Patterson out of the pits now on his fresh set of boots, and has been able to make that overtake stick. Benny Mead coming into the pits a fair bit earlier, so those tyres are not quite as sticky as the ones on Stewie Patterson's car as well. You see him, Craig Daviding, down the front straight now as well. Coming into the final 10 laps of this race, folks. Ryan Shelton still leads. He's got a 1.5 second gap as well down the back there too. You can see him just in entering the shot there as well. Logan Howard, he set a fastest lap on the last time around, a 1:31.3. It's 3 tenths quicker than Ryan Shelton on his best time around, so he's certainly got the pace in that thing. He's cut 2 tenths out of him in that final sector as well. It'll take maybe 2 or 3 laps before that that sort of optimal stickiness of the tyres just starts to wear out, and that those deltas will start to level off just a little bit. But Ryan Shelton's tyres are certainly about 8 laps older than Logan Howard's here at the moment, so he's going to have all the pace and all the grip comparatively towards the end of this race. 9 laps to go with these two. Let's go back down here, because Mead has made his way up behind Paddy again. It's right on board with him as well. You can see him there now. Where are we? Heading down into turn 11 here, into the stadium section. Rockets across the sausages. Oh, a bit of a loss there, and holds on to it, does Patterson. Big tank slapper there, but manages to gather it up. You can see him on the slide too. That's not going to help him at all. These cars do not like sliding. I mean, it's fun to do and it looks fantastic. Oh no, he's taken it one step too far, as Ben Mead. He thought, you know what, Patterson, anything you can do, I can do better. And he's just done it, but in a very dramatic fashion there, nosing it into the wall on turn 15. And that is pretty much all she wrote there for poor old Swiggy. And he's going to have to go and get that damage fixed. Oh, what a tragedy. He was right there too. It was a nice little comeback from him. What could have been? Project 36 Sim says, hey crew. Hey you. How's it going out there? Everyone in YouTube land joining in tonight. It's a good day to be alive, folks, isn't it? The weather's beautiful out there. It's hot, but it's beautiful always in the sim land. We haven't had too many wet races. We had one just recently, actually, at Zandvoort in the GT3s. She was wetter than an otter's pocket, folks. There's plenty of puddles out there. Be good to see some precipitation in a Gen 3 race. I wonder how that would go down. Oh, exciting to say the least. Ryan Shelton, though, up the front. That gap's down to 0.5 second now. We're going to keep one eye on that, because the battle's on here between Howard and Taylor. Johnny Howard and Mark Taylor, two famous Australians there as well. Possibly relatives of these two, you never know. possibly. But here we go. Logan Taylor view out the front through turn 1 and 2. It's a tight one. You want to take it wide and then just slam it through that little section. Take it right out to the wall. You don't want to touch the wall. Seen a few guys get very close and personal to that outside wall there. Sparks flying all throughout this race. But the track liberties certainly able to be abused here in Mexico. As I said in the pre-game show, it's Mexico, folks. Anything goes here. The rules just don't apply, apparently, when it comes to track limits. As you can see there, Logan Taylor, just all four wheels across the white line. Doesn't matter. Go for it. As long as you don't hit the tyre bundles, you're sweet as. And now look at the... oh, no, there's a car just moving slowly there. It's Greg Cook. I think he's just... got acquainted with one of those tyre bundles. Let's go back and have a look, folks, because I've got a feeling he's got Max Mokolov there in front of him, moving very slowly, gets out of the way, does Mokolov, or does he? No, he doesn't. He's clipped him on the way through. That is absolutely piss poor there from Mokolov. What the hell was that guy doing there in the old, in the blue... His blue flag, he's getting overtaken by a guy on the lead lap. Not only that, but in the top 10. And sticks it fat up the inside and just plows into the rear quarter panel. Oh, mate. He'll be getting a talking to, I assume, from the stewards. So I'll lay off him for now, because he'll get plenty of that. But look at this little gaggle of cars. What the hell's going on here? We've got Taylor up the inside, looking there. Howard just has to yield. But now looking for the switchback, and we've seen it pulled off here a couple of times tonight. Will it happen again? He's got the better run, though, does Howard as well. You can see him just creeping up a little bit closer there to the Red Bull car. Will he pull out and just send it down into turn 1? We've seen it happen a couple of times already tonight. Here goes Howard, though, but look at Taylor just going defensive, just pushing him right up to the inside crew. Absolutely beautiful stuff there, but these two, nose to tail. Project 36 Sim, the Hex cars look sweet, yeah, absolutely. Actually, all of these cars out there look fantastic, but here we go. This is what we've been waiting for, folks. The battle for the lead is on. Ryan Shelton, 2/10 in it here with Logan Howard just chasing him down on fresher rubber as well. 6 laps to go next time around. Whoa, look at this, folks. It's a grandstand finish, and I love those. I tell you what, poor old Ryan Shelton, he'll be feeling the heat. He'll be thinking, is Devon Stove behind me or what? No, it's Logan Howard. Either or is certainly getting him nice and hot under the collar, that's for sure. Ryan Shelton, I think, from the US as well. So really showing these Aussies how it's done out here this time around. But can Logan Howard, hailing from New Zealand, can he take one back for the Anzacs? It's going to be a nice little battle tuning in. Make sure you share the stream around as well, folks. Get out there on the socials, because it's a good way to get us in front of more eyeballs. And I think, look, if you enjoy it, there's no reason why somebody else wouldn't as well. Down here, it's Howard and Taylor again, side by side. Oh, Taylor just pushing him right up to the edge. Greg Cook's chiming in as well. They're going too wide now. Howard around the outside. Cook's going to try and follow him. But the inside run there at turn 4 has always been better because of the longer radius of that turn. And Howard Taylor just takes that P7 off Mark Howard as well. Greg Cook in tow with a little bit of damage on that car, but still going great guns. Redfern, thank you for the comments, mate. I'm doing my best out here solo tonight. My name is Chris Munro, if you guys did not know. Out here at Sensational TV. A little bit of a snap there from Shelton as well. You can see Howard just doesn't need much of an invitation. Big slide there from Shelton. Oh, he's managed to gather it up. A little bit of sparks flying as well as the rear wing just scrapes along the outside of that wall. Fantastic action here, folks. This is beautiful stuff. 5 laps to go. Shelton has held on to this position for the entire race just about, with Logan Howard never more than 7/10 behind him, and it's just been absolutely balls to the wall. We saw them get split up when Shelton pitted on, I think, a lap 26 or something like that. But now here comes the switchback. This could be the battle for the lead on here now. Side by side, there will be, the advantage goes to Shelton. They're banging doors on the way into turn 11, and there goes Shelton just sending it through, just really heavy on the brakes at the end of that corner there. pulling up to the inside, block pass, just pull it up on the apex. Oh no, he's left it just a car's width on the inside there for Howard to have a look, and he shuts the door again through turn 15. Oh, this is beautiful stuff here from the 2 leaders. 2/10 covers them here at the moment, but anything could happen with 4 laps to go now. Just trying to get a bit of a suck from the Fanta car as well, just popping that lid off, getting the carbonation flowing down the back of the throat. Does Shelton, now pulls out, and that's going to be enough, I think, just to hold Logan Howard at bay for at least a couple of turns here. Absolutely beautiful stuff now going through turn 1 and 2. Really got to slow it down for turn 2 so you can get the run through turn 3 and not hit that outside wall that we've seen so many people do, Shelton included a couple of times, with the sparks flying out there as well. Woo, beautiful racing. I'm almost out of breath, folks. I'm glad there's only 4 laps to go, but I'll tell you what, the action could go on like this all night, and I would not be disappointed. Let's ride on board with Howard and see how he fares through this S's section. This is where he got him last time. This is where he set up the overtake here through 8 and 9, and this time Shelton is certainly going to be a little bit more careful, going very shallow through there, taking the wide line, and look at the exit that Logan Howard has now. He's going to have to go defensive as Shelton goes actually back out to the racing line. They're weaving and ducking and diving across the track. Here goes Howard now, gets a beautiful run through turn 11. They're side by side into 12. Very tight little radius turn here, but look at how the grip of Howard now. He has to give him room on the outside. That's cost him the entry here as Shelton can just slide that Mustang in front to cover him off, but I think this could be it, folks. They are now side by side rubbing, and no, it's absolutely pandemonium. The 2 leaders have come together. Who would have thought that was going to happen? Where's Rob Tomei? Can he take it? Now it's just an absolute backyard scrap, and here comes Rob Tomei to take the cookies off the table. Oh, what action here. What an absolute moment between these two. They've battled it out for the last 40 laps, and now they've just thrown it all away, both of them with massive damage. Howard still somehow just limping around. Shelton is gonna have to give up the ghost. He's got Marshall in tow. That car is absolutely stuffed, and I need to breathe a minute. Holy moly. Oh, let's get back to it, folks. Greg Cook, Matt Howard, battling down the main straight now, looking to the inside as the chef goes to the outside, ducking and diving, dodging and weaving, looking up the outside. Now he's going to try and send it fat around. He does get the job done. Can he go a little block pass up the inside? He doesn't. Howard sends it around the outside, gets a nice little run through turn 3 and gets acquainted with the outside wall. That's going to cost him here. Cook is all over him like a I was going to be very insensitive. These 2 guys are doing some door rubbing now as well. They're monkey see, monkey do. They thought if it's good enough for the leaders, it's good enough for us. Here goes Howard shooting it up the inside of turn 4 now. Wow, very elbows out stuff here at the moment through the S's side by side, door to door. Cook has the inside run and the better momentum. He will retake P7. For the time being, but for how long? Because those 2 looking very racy indeed. Up the front, Ryan Shelton now being pestered by Kobe Marshall. That car will be absolutely legless down the straight here and very vulnerable indeed. I don't know if Marshall really has to try and get the... Oh, what is he doing there? He's absolutely lost the plot, has Ryan Shelton. Somebody get him out of the server here. That was a crazy manoeuvre, just fully sideswiped. Poor old Marshall there. I don't know if it was on purpose, but it certainly looked like it. I think he's just seeing red everywhere he looks. Out the front window, his car's red. Kobe Marshall's car's red. It's absolutely insane, the amount of red mist that this poor guy's seen. It's pumping out of his ears, I'm sure, as well. Can't do anything about it. Gets overtaken up the inside of turn 4. There's really nothing he can do. He's defenseless here at the moment because that car is absolutely shagged. And I tell you what, that was... what's happened here to poor old Shelton? The championship leader has absolutely imploded. We're going to have to, now that it's all sort of subsided a little bit, we're going to go back. We're going to go back and have a look at that incident. Let's hope it's the right one here. It is, folks. Let's go back and just see what the hell happened here. We're going to go from the chopper cam. You can see, oh, just a little bit of a bump, and then Shelton just turning across the nose of Howard there, and then they both just come together again somehow. Just a couple of magnets to each other there. Whoa, it's tough going here. Let's go on board with... Oh, they've already spun there. Let's go back. It was a two-part affair here. Let's go on board with... we'll start off with Howard. Go on board. You can see he's got the overlap. Gives him a little bump. Sorry, mate. Goes back out and then whammo. Goodness gracious. Now let's go on board with Shelton. Here he goes. Around the final turn. Cops a little bump. Oh, yeah, okay. Maybe just trying to recover from the oversteer. Sorry, Shelton. Just recovering from the oversteer and then just steering damage, and then that's how they came together the second time. But wowee, Wayne in the chat saying, what the hell is going on? Well, your guess is as good as mine. Your league, mate. I'm just calling the action. Up here, though. This is the closest battle on track. We are almost on the final lap, folks. Rob Tomei has been absolutely gifted this one. Christmas has come early in the Tomei household. Getting the white flag now as well, so Tomei gets to tour around with an 11-second advantage. Mind you, no, it's a 2-second advantage, and gets to just wave to the folks there in the stands. We'll go back down here because the battle's on. We have Howard and Cook just scrapping it out for 7th position here. This will be the second last time they go through this section of the track. Very close indeed, but it's all about just covering off that inside run. There's really nowhere you can go around the outside through there. Setting yourself up for that really patient right foot sort of skill that you need to fire the Gen 3 supercar out the other side of that one. And let's go up here because Shelton now getting done by Fraser Clegg. Oh, mate, he's just dropping down the order. That car is shagged. They come together, swapping paint as well. Red and orange. Oh, just as well. Another little tap there too. Poor old Shelton. You can see the championship lead possibly slipping away here because Howard's going to be claiming a little bit more of that. Those juicy points. But let's go to the leader because he is rounding the final couple of turns. The most unlikely of winners, if you ask me, 5 laps ago. But it all unfolded in his lap, and that is what you get sometimes in racing. They don't draw pictures, they don't tell stories, they just write down who gets the W next to the name. And tonight, it's Rob Tomei gets the checkered flag in the main event here tonight. 60 minutes of racing. RT, Rob Tomei. Take a bow, son. What a beautiful drive. Stuck there fat the whole way. Even though he was losing touch with the 2 out front. Manages to claim P1 despite. Here's the man, Logan Howard. Ended up in P2 anyway. He was looking that way for the most of the race, just staring at the back of Ryan Shelton's car. And, I'll tell you what, it'd be good to get Shelton into the chat for a bit of a chat about what happened there with him and Howard. Actually, if I could get him and Howard in the chat, oh, we could be on for an episode of fucking Jerry Springer or something. I'll tell you what, they'll be not happy at each other, that's for sure. Kobe Marshall getting P3 as well. He'll be happy with that. Fraser Clegg up 28 positions into P4. Ryan Shelton will cross the line in 5th after all. Yeah, you're going to need the security in the pits. They're going to be going at each other like a couple of bloody, I don't know, a couple of spider monkeys, I assume. Devon Stove kept it simmering away there in 6th position with Greg Cook in 7th. Matt Howard, 8th position. 9th goes to Logan Taylor. Stewie Patterson rounds out the top 10, folks. And wowee, what a round. What a round of racing. Jacob Smith in 11th, Ash Rogers 12th, Chris Townend 13th, Rocky Clark in 14th, Jacob Phillips in 15th, Ethan Curran in 16th. Then we got Liam Earl in 17th. Terry Leverage Watkins in 18th position. Craig Matthews in 19th. Jade Andrews rounds out your top 20, folks. And there's still cars just getting past the line. There was an incident with Fraser and Ryan. Can we have a look at? Is that this one? Or is this the... That's the main one. Let's go down here. Maybe it's this one. Yep. Okay. Here we go. Fraser just looking up the inside, getting all sorts of sideways. Nice. Oh, forcing him off the... Oh. Oh. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Poor old Shelton. Things are getting bad from worse to worse here. He's going to be absolutely strung up in the old stewards department. Tell you what, he's riding on board with Shelton now, skating it in, trying to go defensive, going wide, muscling his way through there, and just absolutely returning serve. I don't like to see that, folks. I'm not going to pass judgment either. That is one certainly for the stewards to figure out. Goodness me. And again. Tried to. Whoa! Tell you what, I'm going to just get myself out of the commentary box there, because I don't know if I want to speak to some of these folks at the moment. They can sort themselves out. But wow, wow, wow indeed. Oh no, he's hit him again. Did you see that? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm absolutely flabbergasted at how that finished. Brennan, who was that actually that told me about that? Ollie Stevens. Yeah, that we saw it all here, caught on 4K. The steward stick is going to get a workout, absolutely, Wayne. And some big names copping the stick, I think, this week. But apart from that, what a round of action it has been. The Gen 3 Supercars here at Aussie Sim Racing. If you want to get involved, ladies and gentlemen, in the description below, you will find a link to the Aussie Sim Racing Discord, as well as a link to the Simsational TV Discord as well. We've got some big announcements coming, and I want to just come out and say it, but we haven't signed the contract yet. So once that gets signed, folks, we are good to go for something very big happening on our little corner of the internet. So very happy for that. Yeah, the chat keeping it coming strong. We got Thin Lim saying shocking. Yeah, absolutely. Project 36 saying well done, Cookie. Brennan Harkster in the chat there saying, did I tune into Wednesday Cup on a Sunday evening? Dead set, mate. Some of that was even worse than you see in the Wednesday Cup. But that, as I said, something for the stewards to figure out. And that, I think, I'm just going to have to sign off because my jaw, I'm just going to pick my jaw up off the floor. Hang on a minute, folks. My very heavy and tired jaw up off the floor, as we call it quits on another evening of racing. What a beautiful turnout tonight. Over 36 in the server. Very busy out there on circuit. Lots to talk about for the stewards. Lots to talk about in the chat too. I'm sure it's already starting to it's already starting to kick off, folks. Oh my goodness. I'm not gonna repeat any of that because they're gonna be busy in there for quite some time. But thank you all for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris Munro here. Commentary box solo tonight. Hopefully my good friend and co-commentator Zach O'Reilly is feeling better soon, kicking his feet up and getting pampered there at home by the missus. Good call as always, Mudflap. Thank you very much, Thin Limbs. Been a pleasure, but it's time to sign off. I'm not used to this part, but thank you very much for everyone for tuning in. If you haven't already, give us a like and subscribe on the channel. Helps us to brings us closer to more people's eyeballs, and the more that watch and blah blah blah. It's a algorithm thing, but it's very easy to do, and it's well appreciated if you do. So tune in on Tuesday night as the next time we are racing for the GT3s at the Bend. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, Marshall Motorsports chiming in. The Discord chat is getting spicy. I know. I'm watching it as I speak. But I'll chime into that later on. But thank you all for tuning in. This time I'm going to go. Thank you all. And as my co-commentator so eloquently puts it every time, we are Sensational TV. Keep it flat out.
Sensational TV YouTube channel. Don't fucking miss it.